Thank you guys for being here today for our scripts, dialogues, and debates. Hopefully you'll find something useful here. I'll be right back. Okay, go.
I brought you the book.
Okay, I'm coming. So, if you don't know, this is the book. So we have the book in the office. Joe Stumpf, Asking for Referrals. I bought a bunch of these, and there's 3 that are still here that have been returned. It is available for purchase on Amazon or what have you, but we do have them here as well. And then you should have also received a link to the PDF version of the book, which we're going to review today. So we're going to talk through some of the 37 exact ways to ask for referrals and get it every time. So he's got some neat strategies and tactics in here for reminding our sphere of influence and clients that we're in the real estate business regularly. It's a fantastic book. I highly recommend it. Definitely encourage you guys to check it out. Or just read the PDF version if that works better for you. But I did want to start things off with a review and a recap of last week. So let's see if I can do this. See what happens here. Bear with me while I try to figure this out. All right. And let's go to something's happening. So LP Mama, if you guys remember that, acronym from last week. So I have it pulled up again with another property. I believe this one is Kelly Foster's. So thank you for letting us borrow this one as an example. Hello, by the way. Yes, sir. So there's something to be said for repetition. I think we can all agree that the more times you do something, the better you tend to get at it. And so I really feel like this LP Mama script is going to be an important piece of your ongoing and regular dialogue. So I would like to review it from time to time, just so that we can all keep it fresh at the top of our mind. And so if you'll remember, it's an acronym for location, price, motivation, agent, mortgage, and appointment. So the idea is that when someone asks you or inquires about a property, it doesn't matter what property, it doesn't matter where property, it doesn't matter anything. These are questions that you should be able to use to continue the conversation and to prolong the conversation versus just saying, unfortunately, that one's already sold, but I could help you find something else. Because that's the quickest way for somebody to get off the phone with you, which is what most of the people want, right? It's what we would want if we were inquiring on a specific property. All we really want to know is it available and can I see it? And if it's not available, then I assume that's the end of our conversation. And so it's our job then to try to develop a rapport and a relationship with these people. And you can only do that through spending a few more minutes on the phone with them. And impressing upon them that you have the tools, the resources, and the technology to work with them going forward, regardless of the property. It doesn't matter if it's this house or a house that lists next week. And so we do that through dialogue. We do that through communication. And so here we have a great example of 112 Glen Eagles, Smithfield. It's in Cypress Creek, beautiful neighborhood, beautiful home. Does someone want to pretend that I'm the buyer and you're the agent and go through this with me? Any volunteers? Any volunteers? Stacia?
I'll volunteer. I'll volunteer.
All right, very good, very good. Thank you for stepping up. Appreciate that.
I just logged in. So what am I volunteering for?
You're going to be the agent and I'm going to be the person calling on 112 Glen Eagles. Okay? And you're
Yeah,
going to go through the LP Mama dialogue.
okay.
All right, cool.
I don't even have my thinking cap on, but okay.
Hopefully you can see the screen. That'll kind of help you stay on track.
Yes,
All right, so I'm going to call you. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Ring, ring. And you
Well,
can say,
oh, I can answer.
yeah, so answer the phone. That's the first step.
All right, guys, this is real life, okay? Sorry. Okay, ring, ring again.
Ring, ring.
Long and Foster, this is Sharon Gooden. May I help you?
Yeah, hi Sharon. My name is Jason. I saw a sign in the yard at 112 Glen Eagles in Smithfield. Can you tell me if that's still available?
Oh, hi, Jason. Thank you so much for calling. I'd be glad to help you with this property. So let me ask you, are you only looking in the Cypress Creek neighborhood or would anywhere in Isle of Wight help you?
I really just want to be in the Smithfield High School district. So I just happened to drive by this one, but the high school is, I got a son in the high school.
Gotcha, gotcha. Okay, and oh, so you drove by the neighborhood. So do you live in the neighborhood now? Is that why you were in there?
No, we're renting a place in Suffolk, actually.
Okay, all right. And so you are familiar with the prices of this house? Did you also look at online to see what the price was?
I saw on Zillow, it said like 580.
Yes, okay, you're right, Jason. It's actually listed for 582, 500. And is that going to be within your price range?
Yeah, I don't think that'll be a problem. I talked to my bank and they said that I could probably go to 600.
Okay, what bank are you using, if you don't mind me asking?
Langley Federal Credit Union.
Oh, wow. Okay, and how are you financing? Is that going to be a conventional or are you a veteran? You're going to do a VA no
Yeah.
money down?
It'd be a VA loan, yeah.
A VA loan, okay. So did Long and Foster give you any perks? Like by any chance, do they don't charge you any origination fees? They pay for your appraisal fee or anything like that?
They've got a special program. I don't really have all the details right now. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, this house is available at 112 Glen Eagles, and I can tell you that, you know, we have an in-house loan office mortgage company, Prosperity Mortgage, that does give a lot of free perks to any veteran. Would you be open to maybe getting another second opinion? No obligation, of course.
Yeah, I mean, I could, but I just wanted really to know if I could go see this house.
Okay, all right. So are you ready to buy now? You said that you have a house. The house that you have, do you have to sell that?
No, I'm renting. Yeah.
You're renting.
So our lease will be up here in a couple of months.
Okay, and so how soon do you want to get in? Are you planning on staying through the end of your lease?
We're ready to go, I think. Yeah, we could leave anytime.
Okay, all right, terrific. So you said you drove by this house. Have you been driving by a lot? Have you worked with any other agents to look at any other properties?
No, we just been looking online and driving around the different neighborhoods. We haven't worked with any agents.
Okay, all right. Well, one of the first things I like to do is discuss with you when I meet you about buyer agency. So I know you said you wanted to see this property. So let me ask you what your schedule is to go and take a look at it.
I'm actually off this week, so I've got all weekend available.
Okay, well, what I need to do is call the listing agent, make sure that we can get into the property. Obviously, the sellers have to approve all appointments. So let me get a couple of times from you. Let's say on Saturday. Would you be available Saturday morning around 11, or would the afternoon about 2 o'clock be better?
Let's say 2 o'clock afternoon.
Okay, and Jason, what's a phone number where I can call you back?
880-7061.
All right, well, let me call the listing agent, make sure we can get in there. And you do have a pre-qualification letter already. Could you bring a copy of that with you? As you know, or you may not know, the sellers like to know that when they're having people walk through the houses, that they are in fact approved to buy that house. And you know, it's a big security thing these days. Would that be
Yeah,
okay?
no, I don't actually have a letter. I was just talking to my bank, but I'm sure I can call him back and get a letter before Saturday.
Okay, if you could work on that, and I'll go ahead and make this phone call, and I can reach you back at 880-7061 within the next hour. Would that be okay?
Yeah, that's perfect. Thank you.
All right, I'll talk to you then. Thank you so much. Bye.
All right. Bye-bye. All right, good job. Good job. Good job.
Great.
So I think we touched all of the points. And we had a little bit of ad lib, which is great, because
That's
it's
me.
really about, you know, keeping the conversation going, and being relevant to the information that they're looking for. And so I think that's exactly what you want to do. So
I think it's-
location.
Yeah, Jason, I think for me, it's always been, you know, you're having a conversation, okay? You're not just answering questions,
Right.
You're asking questions. So for every answer you get, you need to ask another question, because you've got to learn about these people. And yeah, LP Mama is fantastic. You know, I'm having it right in front of me like this made it even a little bit easier. And I still got off topic sometimes.
Yeah.
Have to get off topic to make your clients or your customers at that point comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah, very much so.
Mhm.
That's exactly right. So
Like,
I think,
you know what, come to think of it, I could have gone into, you know, when I was talking about the location, I could have said, okay, well, do you need to know if this house has a fenced backyard? Do you have a dog or anything? And then I would have started talking about my dog at that point.
Yeah.
I mean, I would have really gone off the deep end, but that's where you build the rapport. So,
Right. Yeah.
mhm,
Yep,
find-
find something in common.
mhm.
Exactly. Looking for that's something that you both share. Yeah.
Right.
It could be sports, it could be colors, it could be pets, it could be schools, it could be absolutely anything. It could be, you know, anything really. You're just looking for something to build that rapport around, something that you have in common. It could be kids, it could be family, whatever it happens to be. But that's where you want to build your familiarity with this person. So
It's kind of funny. I got into it so much that I tried to lower the screen to see what the schools were. And I'm thinking, wait, I can't do that. I'm just role playing here.
Well, you were caught off guard, but what you can do also is when you call them back, if there's other houses in that neighborhood, call them back and say, okay, I've got you in Glen Eagles, but there's another house around the corner. Would you like to see it at the same time?
Absolutely.
You did great, Sharon.
Yeah, it really was very good. Excellent.
Love that. I love that idea. Yeah. So you're always looking for an opportunity to add value. And so if there are other homes in the area, or, you know, something that the person said was that Smithfield High School seems to be, you know, that's really their driver. They want to be in the Smithfield High School area. So you could find other, you know, $500,000 to $600,000 homes in that school zone and say, you know, when you do call them back, you know, in a couple of hours, just say, hey, I found a few other homes. Do you have time Saturday? Would you like to look at any others? Yeah, so always adding value. I think that's great. Most agents won't take the time to do that. Most agents are going to make the mistake of saying, this one's already under contract. Sorry, you know, can I put you on a listing alert? Right. And I think that sometimes our clients, our buyers, get the impression that they're a number and not a person when we do that, when we keep it short like that. And so, you know, they're just going through the numbers, right? They're calling every agent on Zillow. They're calling every agent on Realtor.com because they don't have a relationship with anyone yet. And so it's our job then to try to find something to build a relationship around. So good job. Anybody else want to try this before we move on to our next topic for today?
I just have a question. So would that school part, as far as finding if they were they want to be in a particular school zone, is that part of the motivation, or what else would be an example of the motivation when you're finding what motivates them?
Oh, so yeah, I think it would actually. So is there, you know, what is it that's motivating you to move at this time? And maybe it's that school is getting ready to start. Maybe they want to move over the summer, or maybe it's maybe they're PCSing, or with the military, or maybe their lease is expiring, like Dudley said, maybe their lease is coming up for renewal in a few months. And so that's their motivation. That's why now is the time that they're looking for a home. Because what we don't necessarily want, and the hardest clients in the world to work with, are those who don't have a strong motivation. They're just thinking about it. They're just looking, and if lightning strikes, they might buy a house.
Yeah.
They might sell their house, right? I mean, we all hate those clients. So it's just so frustrating because you show them everything that they said they wanted and they say, I'll think about it, right? Because there's no motivation. There's no need for them to move right now. I mean, we've all had clients like that, and it's really frustrating. So that's what we're digging for, is why now is it important for you to move?
Okay.
And if they're just thinking about it, then you want to put them on your just thinking about it list. Just don't spend too much time with them.
Okay.
Delete.
Mhm.
Cool. You want to go through it again, Dudley? No? Okay.
Sorry.
All right. Well, we'll keep coming back to it till everybody's had a chance to spit it. So, all right, I want to move on to the Asking for Referrals book, which I do have here in the office for you guys to check out. And then in the email was also a PDF version of this book. And if you're not familiar with Joe Stumpf, he's been around for a long time, and does a great job helping agents and mortgage loan officers build a business around getting referrals, which is, of course, what we all want. So wake up, Stacia. You look like you're sleeping in there.
Busy.
All right, so let me find my screen here with, let's see, I think it's right here. Hopefully. Bear with me while I try to share my screen. It's not the one that I want. I want this other, oh, okay, I know what I gotta do. I gotta do this. So, yeah. So, all right, you guys see this? Exact way number 2?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So this is a long book, and there's a lot in here. And so what I would like to do is I'm going to jump back to the beginning, towards the beginning of the book, and then we'll come back here to page 87. Because I think it's appropriate to maybe start things off with his analogy. So we have the referral resistance assessment. And so here is a series of 10 questions, which, most of us will probably answer no to. And then there's this little thing on mindset. And I just wanted to read this to you real quick. Well, let me see. Sorry. I wish I'd remembered the page number of this. It's just exact ways. So 37 exact ways. Man, I can't find what I was looking for earlier. Yeah,
What was it?
I don't remember.
Number 4 for the 5 refer mastery mindset.
It was, maybe it was. Oh,
Keep going. That wasn't it.
no, it was
Keep-
after that, right?
Yeah. Keep going. You're talking with the, yeah, I think I remember. Keep going. I don't remember which mindset it was though.
Yeah.
No.
I gotta hop off, guys. I'm glad I could be of service, but I have to be in Newport News at 12:15. So
All right.
I will watch the replay.
Sorry, I'm
Hey,
sorry,
Sharon.
Maybe it
Bye,
was.
Sharon. Good luck.
Bye.
Nope, 4.
Bye.
All right, so we're gonna go back to my page 87, and we'll get right into the voicemail script, because I can't remember where that is that I wanted to share with you guys.
I think it was mindset 5.
But we'll find it next week. So I thought this was a really interesting way to ask for referrals and plant a seed. So it's all about planting a seed, right? I mean, we spend our lives planting seeds, and we water those seeds and we nurture those seeds, and we hope to hell they turn into a transaction one day, right? That is the business that we're in as sales professionals. We provide a valuable service to as many people as possible. And we hope that they'll remember us when the time comes. And we do that through planting a series of seeds. And so I'm just going to read this to you a little bit, and we'll talk through the ideas that he shares in this very short chapter. So, you know what we could do? We'll have to continue developing this, training. We could like get volunteers to like read a paragraph or a page or something. But in the meantime, this is all about using a voicemail message to plant a referral seed fast. And I think some of us do a really good job of this. I've heard a lot of voicemails, and some of us have a very basic voicemail like me. Mine sucks. Hey, this is Jason, leave a message, I'll call you back, right? And so he's going to talk about that. And so this is a concept we've been teaching for 15 years, and I'm always curious when people tell me they already know it. A student came to his master and said, "Master, you're teaching me the same thing that you taught me last month." A student who is not practicing what they've already learned has not mastered the art of repetition, replied the master. What most mediocre students look for is something new. I think that's what we do. We make the mistake of always looking for something new, right? Rather than mastering the tools, the technology that we already have or we've already started. So, but the master loves the feeling that the soul experiences through the power of repetition. What do your children say to you when they find a book for the first time and they love it? Read it again, right? I can remember, not me, Debbie, reading these childhood books to our kids over and over and over again. How many times have you watched Lion King, right? A child knows that they feel more satisfied the more they do something over and over again. I thought that was a great point. So allow your mind to be fascinated with the depth of repetition as opposed to being irritated by the shallowness of repetition. The monkey mind has the tendency to say, give me something new, give me something different, a different idea to work on. And I think that's been a problem for me, in my life. I'm always looking for the next best thing. Maybe it's the next best opportunity or the next best tool. I can't tell you how many thousands of dollars I've spent on tools that were supposed to, get me all of these clients and all of these leads, and it's going to be so easy, rather than mastering some of these basic principles. So tricks to using your voicemail as a referral tool. You must tell the truth. Both truth and lies have a frequency that resonates with the heart chakra. So your call is really important to me, so leave me your name and number and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. What do you think of the person receiving that message is thinking? They're probably thinking, well, okay, I guess they'll call me back. So can you see how this would resonate as not true? As soon as possible means different things to different people. There's no specificity to it. On the other hand, the truth has a lot of accuracy and specificity. Damn, say that 3 times fast. So call yourself what you want others to call you. So when you call yourself an advisor or consultant, you're giving yourself the title you want others to give you. Absent of giving yourself a title, they will continue to refer to you as a real estate agent or a mortgage person. So let people know that you're working. Not letting them know that you're working means that you're not working. Be specific about what you're doing. And there's a really good point in here too. So if you're going on a home inspection and you're going to be gone from 1 to 3, let people specifically know that you're doing a home inspection. If you just say, I'll get back to you as soon as I can, without telling them what you're doing, their mind will decide you're doing nothing. in their minds, you're not working, right? You're sitting on the couch watching the game. So use future pacing statements as much as possible. I would love if you could include in each of your voicemail messages something like, the next time you're in a conversation, think of me and introduce me. A good voicemail message might sound like this. Whew. Hey, thank you for calling. This is Joe Stumpf, your personal real estate consultant for life. I'll be back in the office after the inspection that I'll be on and returning phone calls at 1 p.m. At the sound of the tone, please leave your name and number where I can reach you. And the next time you're in a conversation with a family member or a coworker who mentions that they're currently renting, please picture yourself calling me up and letting me know who they are. I have a great list of homes they can live in for about the same amount of money as they're paying in rent. So have a great morning. I'll get back at 1 p.m. Talk to you then. So that's full of seeds, right? So he's letting them know, first off, that he's working, and he's asking the caller to picture themselves calling him back if they come across a referral. He's letting them know exactly when he intends to be back in the office. I think there's a lot of information there. It's a very long voicemail, and some people are irritated by long voicemails. So obviously you could tweak this and make it your own. I think it's the principles here that are the most important. Does anyone have a voicemail script or a voicemail that they use like this or similar to this? Kelly, if you can still hear me, I think Kelly Foster, she tends to keep an interesting voicemail. And what you can really hear in Kelly's voicemail is her enthusiasm. So Kelly, I don't know if you can still hear me, but maybe you could speak to your voicemail. You're muted if you are. No, she may be busy in the background. So we're all going to call Kelly's voicemail here in about 5 minutes.
Jason made us do it.
Some people change their voicemail every single day, and I think that's the suggestion here, right? And I know Kyle, for example, every single day, 7 days a week, he changes his voicemail every single morning. And I've always thought, those people are crazy as hell. There's no way I would do that. But I think there's something to that, because it lets people know that, hey, I am alive, I am working today. And by stating the date and the date, or Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday or whatever it happens to be, you're letting people know that yes, you are in fact working today. And you can let them know when you're going to be returning calls. And I would always say, I'm with a client right now, I'll call you back after 2 o'clock or whatever it happens to be in your schedule. So use the statement. Can you imagine yourself calling, or can you picture a family member? It's a rhetorical question that doesn't require a specific answer. But the neat thing is you're having a conversation with their unconscious mind and you're not even present. It's on your voicemail. You're asking them a question they have to answer internally, and you're not even there. So here's what not to say. Would you please call me if you know anyone? Instead, you'd say, hey, can you imagine yourself calling me when you discover a friend or family member who needs to buy their first home, and telling me who they are? So he goes beyond, I think, just, most of us will say, well, listen, I'm never too busy for your referrals, right? And so the suggestion I think that we make most of the time is say, well, listen, if you know somebody, if you hear of somebody, friend, family member, coworker talking about buying or selling real estate, be sure to give them my card. Be sure to give them my number. Be sure to tell them about me. That's not what he does, right? So he's teaching you to say, hey, if you know someone, a friend, family member, or a coworker talking about buying or selling real estate, call me and let me reach out to them, right? And I think that's a whole nother level of generating business for yourself, because there's a better chance of you calling them than them calling you. Even though it's a referral, you're still a perfect stranger to them, and they may or may not call you. But if these people would call you and say, hey, my coworker was talking about buying or selling a house today, you might want to give him a call, see if you can help him. That, I think, has a much stronger possibility of getting some business. True?
Yep.
True.
Yes.
All right.
One of the problems I have is people, if you're not in their contacts, they don't answer the phone
That's true.
and wait for, a voicemail. And sometimes they don't even check their voicemail. Because I've got a lot of leads about rentals and things, and I call them back and they don't answer.
That's true. That's true. So many of us have now gotten ourselves programmed to not answer numbers that we don't recognize. And I don't know of a good way around that other than to leave a good voicemail and maybe follow it up with a text.
Yeah.
Because I think the super vast majority of us are used to texting now. And we can just shoot them a quick text, say, hey, I just left you a voicemail. Give me a call back when you're available. Something along those lines. Always offer something in your voicemail message they can give to a person to help them get what they want. For example, you might say, the next time you're in a conversation with a person who mentions they're going to be refinancing from one of those loans that has to be reset in the next couple of months. I'm not sure what that's referring to. This is not a 2022 book, but the concepts are good. Because their interest rate is going up, can you picture yourself calling and letting me know who they are? I have a list of 10 questions they must ask the next lender before they sign anything. That's interesting. So we could flip that around, obviously, and use that for real estate. You might say, listen, if you hear somebody talking about buying or selling real estate, can you picture yourself letting me know who they are? Because I've got a list of 10 questions they should ask their agent before they sign anything. You can call me and I can send you a copy of it to give it to your friends. Have a great morning. I'll be back in around 1 o'clock to return phone calls. So there's a lot of different ways that you can incorporate these tactics or strategies into your voicemail. So be very specific and congruent with your message and always offering something of value. Let them know that you're working, if you're at a home inspection, if you're doing showings, whatever it happens to be, because you want to give the impression that you're working and you're not sitting on the couch watching the game, even when we are. So, in your voicemail message, okay, all right. So we'll leave it right there. Hopefully you guys will take some time. There's some really good information in the beginning of this book. The referral resistancy. I think you guys should check that out if you haven't already. I know, and again, I have copies of this book in the office that you can check out. I'll just ask you to bring them back when you're done, or you have the PDF version in your email right now. So maybe that'll be helpful to you as well. Somebody asked me, I'll close with this. So I had a meeting yesterday and somebody asked me if I thought that, because of all of the competition. So I told you guys, I think last week, that there's 1.55 million realtors now in the United States. That's the most realtors the National Association of Realtors has ever had, right? So there are more real estate agents in the market right now than ever before in history. That's a little bit intimidating, right? And so the person asked me, do I feel like there's too much competition? What are the odds that a new agent coming into this business has a chance at success, right? And my answer was, if you build your business based on relationships and referrals, it doesn't matter how much competition there is. It doesn't matter how many Facebook ads there are, how many Google AdWords ads there are, right? because your business is built on the foundation of relationships and referrals. And so this is the least expensive, most effective, longest lasting way to build a real estate business. And so if you don't have a large enough sphere, you have to build that sphere. And of course, we provide you the tools and technology to help you do that. But ultimately, it's about the conversations you have and the people that think of you when they think of real estate. So no, I don't think there's too much competition if you build your business the right way. But there's going to be more and more competition online and in the mailboxes because most people struggle, unfortunately, right? We all know that, 87% of real estate agents don't renew their licenses after 2 years because it's a hell of a lot harder than they thought it was going to be, right? So I think if we build our businesses this way, though, we have a much better chance of success. Thoughts, questions, concerns, comments?
No, I don't.
Don't forget your LP mamas. You guys should have a copy of that script. And then spend some time in this book. I think it will really pay off for you.
Okay.
I have a question.
thank
Where
you,
can we
Jason.
find the LP Mama script?
We'll email it out again. Yeah,
Okay,
so
thank you.
I'll send it out today.
I may have it, but thank you.
So, yeah, no problem at all. So, Barbara.
And Jason, can you clarify the stamp process for me as far as getting anything mailed? Can you clarify that for me?
Yeah. So just let us know how many stamps you need. We can print them out for you. You can come in and pick them up.
Okay.
Or if you want to do your mailings from here, you're certainly welcome to do that as well. Yeah.
Okay.
So if you want to do a farm mailing or something, 50 or 100 pieces, something like that, we can certainly provide the postage for that. If you want to do 1,000, we'll have to talk about it.
Okay. Yeah, it won't be 1,000.
But the idea is to help you guys as much as we can getting your message out there. And so farming is brilliant. And sphere of influence, personal notes, brilliant. Highly recommend. So
Okay.
we have a stack of personal note cards here, thank you cards, gratitude cards, and so we offer you 2 a day. All you gotta do is write it out, and we'll mail it for you.
Okay. So if we have like because it's a site that you can get like real estate postcards and stuff like that off, if we get those, that you can mail them out.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
All right. Thank you.
Cool. All right, gang. Well, we'll let you go.
Have a good weekend.
TGIF.
All right. Have a great weekend.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
See y'all.